So, welcome back to episode 7 of Yeah, It's That Bad. So,
YTV, baby.
this week we're talking about the number 23. Alright, so the number 23 is a 2007 R-rated mystery thriller starring Jim Carrey, Virginia Madsen, Danny Houston? No one else really all that important. Directed by Joel Schumacher, the infamous... The estimated budget of $32 million.
Really?
Yeah. How much do you think it made? There's no opening weekend in the U.S., but there's gross.
I think it made $32 million.
Really?
What?
It made a profit. You're not far off, but it made a profit.
It made like $50 million.
50?
Yeah.
Nah. According to this, 35.
Oh, that's horrible.
At least it made a profit.
Was that like after DVD sales?
Probably. Actually, no, sorry. That was a month after it came out.
Oh, wow.
Literally 1 month after it came out.
That's not bad.
I don't think so.
I think it had that star power, man. Jim Carrey was crushing it back then.
But, so here's the synopsis on IMDb. Walter Sparrow becomes obsessed with a novel he believes is written about him. As his obsession increases, more and more similarities seem to arise. So what was your history with this movie?
This is around the same time that I thought Jim Carrey was like starting to like not be a good actor.
Yeah.
I was just like, in my mind, I was just like, yeah, dude, you're starting to suck, man. You're just not the same. You're not funny anymore. It was just one of the movies where I was just like, this movie's gonna suck.
So I take it you didn't go see it?
Yeah, I didn't go see it. I avoided it like the plague, man.
Wow, that's pretty strong.
I was like, screw
Like the plague?
this. I was like, I am not, yeah, exactly. Like some kind of leprosy or some shit. I was like, this is just terrible. Was that 2007 that came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, around that same time, you had Children of Men that came out. That movie was epic.
So, so you hadn't seen it until now, right?
Yeah, I'd never seen it. Never.
So I didn't see it either. I mean, I didn't see it in theaters. I watched it like later by myself in the basement of my house one night.
You think it was gonna be good, or were you just like?
I was curious. I was just really curious. I thought the plot sounded really interesting, and I remember. I don't think people hated it when it came out.
Yeah, it got like one of those things where people trying to make it seem like it was like an art, like like you don't understand this movie because Jim Carrey's trying to be, that type of like he's trying to be serious. You gotta respect that or something.
Yeah, I just remember I was like, sounds really interesting.
I remember the media just being about like how it was a serious Jim Carrey movie, and how it wasn't like him being a comedy guy.
Right.
And,
Yeah, I think that was part of the appeal. I was like, it's interesting. I want to see Jim Carrey in a thriller.
That was all that like they kept like regurgitating. But like it's funny. In my mind, I was like, dude, this movie's not good. Like it's gonna be a terrible movie.
So I had seen it. To be perfectly honest, I forgot it, and I think I remember when I first saw it, I was like so confused. I had no idea what was going on. I didn't have that problem this time.
Is this time around? It's the same type of feeling.
I was able to follow it this time.
That's what I'm saying. Like now, you're older, and you're just like, yeah, I can see why I didn't understand because it's stupid. Like there was like nothing to understand. Like it was just like, all right, we'll get into that.
All right. I think I see where this is going. So, all right, let's. I'm gonna recap the plot. I'm gonna try to recap the plot.
Yeah, do the plot because like I still have no idea what it was about. I mean, I know what it was about, but I'm just saying like the way that they explain it is just like the dumbest thing ever.
All right, so Jim Carrey plays Walter Sparrow. He's a dog catcher, right, or an animal catcher or something.
Yeah, and that made no sense whatsoever.
That he was an animal catcher?
Yeah.
Why? What do you mean?
Like they try to make it seem like that was part of the movie. Like he's in the movie, he's like, "That's why I became a dog catcher." It's like, what are you talking about?
You know, I think I missed that part.
You couldn't be a detective, so you became a dog catcher? Like that makes zero sense.
Well, I know. So I missed. I'll be honest. There was like 20 minutes of the movie I missed.
Oh, dude, there's like points.
But
there's points in the movie where I just like faded out. Like I'm just like looking at my phone.
No, but the
like,
dog was some kind of symbolic thing, right?
Right.
Because they said the dog was like the guardian of the dead or whatever.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. But it was just the way that they executed it was just so horrible.
Yeah, it didn't really come together. But anyway, so he's an animal dog catcher, what the hell, I don't know, one of those things, right?
Yeah.
And his wife buys him this book.
He actually makes it look cool to be a dog catcher.
Well, I'll say this about, so his character is like very likable and relatable.
Yeah, he got his own van and everything.
He's cool.
That's a cool ass.
But he's like funny, he's joking around. In that regard, I would say Jim Carrey did a great job.
Yeah, as far as acting, like, I mean, you'd like to see him on the screen, yeah. Like.
And there was a definite like contrast between him when he was acting as Walter Sparrow and when he was the protagonist of the book.
But this is the thing, man. Like, the entire problem with that movie is that they kept doing that whole jump cut shit. like this movie suffers from like overly like I guess maybe 2007 that was like all the trend, but like this it overdoes the whole like where he's dreaming, he's not dreaming, he's dreaming. It's like, dude, stop. Where he's like, I think I killed my wife. I didn't kill my wife. Oh my god, I'm awake. She's asleep. It's just like, dude, like I wanted to slap the freaking director like 8 times, dude.
All right, well, I think again to his credit, there was like clearly a difference between when he was being Walter Sparrow and when he was acting as the other dude.
Yeah, we could tell the way that they did the editing or whatever with the.
No, I mean his acting, like they were clearly distinct characters.
Well, I mean, you could tell too, like the way they did like the cut scenes where it was all like different shading or whatever.
When it was like super dark,
Right,
yeah.
or like it was like bright or something. And he's like, I'm a detective now. Listen to my voice. Oh my god, this is so stupid.
All right, so his wife, played by Virginia Madsen, buys him a book called The Number 23, written by Topsy Kretz.
This is the other part I didn't get. Like in the rest of the movie, she's like, why are you reading that book? She's the one that fucking gave it to him.
Well, because he was getting obsessed.
No, but I'm saying like she's the one that he's like, I would have never had I not been late, had I not been bid, I would have never been late to the bookstore. And then he gets to the bookstore, and then the chick is like, look at this book I'm reading. And like, it's the only book she picks up, and he's like, oh, I want to read this too. And it's like, what the fuck is this stupid shit? And all of a sudden, like he's interested in this number 23 book.
The book is about, it's like, I guess like an autobiography about some guy who's talking about his life. And
Right.
there's all these, he talks about the number 23, right, I think. And the number 23 starts showing up all over this guy's life. Like he bought the book on 2/3 and like the dates of his birthday add up to 23. And by the way, just a side note, I was reading some of the trivia about this movie. And in actual numerology, like the way it actually works,
Yeah.
none of the examples of where 23 showed up are actually accurate. Like the way they count the numbers in numerology is not apparently correct at all.
Well, see, that's the thing too. Like all these like parodies after that movie, like all the parodies came out about like if you add this and divide it by 2 and then minus 3. Like it was like, and like you can hear it happening in the movie. You're just kind of like laughing at the fact that it's so stupid. No, but dude, don't you understand that? Like this is podcast number 7, but if you add it by 3 and then multiply it by 4, what do you get? You get 23, don't you?
All right, shut up.
That's the thing. Get your calculator out right now.
So he starts to notice how the number 23 starts showing up in his life. He gets obsessed with it. He wants to find out who wrote the book and where it came from.
So stupid.
And then this is where it gets a little fuzzy, right? So him and his wife and his kid, right? So they're like get really into trying to figure out where this book came from, right?
Wait, they actually get into it? Because I thought the whole movie, like they're not interested anymore. Like his wife is like, dude, who cares? Like he keeps waiting. She's like,
No, she was. Well, I don't think she cared, but he was like so obsessed. She was like, I want to come with you and help you. He goes to find the guy who wrote it, and she and the kid come.
Oh, okay.
The whole time she's like, yeah, you're crazy, da, 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 but she still goes along with it.
Right.
And the kid's into it too because he starts to notice the number 23 everywhere. So anyway, so they're investigating, right? And then, long story short, it turns out he wrote it because what happened was he fell in love with this girl.
Different girl?
Totally different girl. This is like 10 years ago. And then I forget why, but for some reason she like falls in love with another guy or turns on him or something.
This is like during he's married? This is before he's married, right?
Yeah, it's 10 years before the movie happened.
All right.
He's like in college, I think. And then he like freaks out and he kills her basically, right?
He actually kills her. Wow.
Yeah. I believe what happens is her teacher gets framed.
Oh, snap.
And then he like
The
feels...
professor guy.
Yeah. And then he feels guilty about it and writes the book as like a suicide note, but he leaves out the last chapter. He writes the last chapter on the wall of his hotel room.
Okay.
And then I guess like because he's consumed with guilt, he jumps out the window to kill himself. But instead of dying, he gets brain damage, right? So they send him to the hospital and he forgets everything that happened.
Ah, okay.
And then they like heal him, and then he becomes like the fun, happy-go-lucky Walter Sparrow that you see in the beginning.
Whoa.
And then he meets Virginia Madsen. Yeah, then he lives his life, and then... Oh, yeah, I remember now. The number 23 was a curse that was passed down from his dad, or his family, or whatever. That's it. And so, that's what I believe caused him to kill her. And then he's fine. He meets Virginia Madsen in a really stupid scene. And then, like, he literally walks out of the hospital and bumps into her on the street. And then they, like, fall in love.
Like, we gotta make this really quick.
Yeah. And then, and he thinks he's free of it. And then when she buys the book, the whole thing starts all over again. She knows he wrote it, so I can't remember why she would introduce the book to him. I can't remember. There was a reason, I think, but I don't remember why.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. Like, our interpretation of this movie is gonna be more entertaining than the actual movie itself.
So
Us talking about this shit.
So ultimately, he realizes that the professor not realizes, but he decides that he's guilty of the crime, so he turns himself in, and the professor gets to go free. They finally bury the girl for real, Lily Tompkins or something.
Yeah, the girl with the black hair.
Right, Rona Mira, I think.
I thought that his wife was playing her in the dream, or whatever. Like that was her with dark hair.
It was. He was like remembering it with his wife as like the stand-in or something.
I'm so terrible when it comes to women like putting on wigs. Like when women put on wigs.
Well, you think they're a different person?
They look like a totally. I mean, unless you stare at them for a while, but like if you see them like walking across the street or something, you can't tell that it's like.
I think I don't know. I think it's just you. I can tell the difference.
I mean, dude, you could tell if you stare at them, but like, dude, for like 2 seconds you'll be fooled. You'll be like, wait a minute, because like ninjas, bro. Did you hear about Kim Jong Il's brother? Half brother.
Half brother.
His half brother, who escaped like North Korea, was in he was in like Malaysia, like, and they tried to kill him once, like in Macau, but he got away. But they apparently killed him, and it was like 2 North Korean spy assassin chicks who killed him with like poison darts. Like, I am not even kidding. I read about this today. Like,
what's his name?
I forgot his name. It's Kim Jong Il, the guy who runs his half brother. And like, he left, and he'd been trying to kill him for a while. But this dude was killed by 2 freaking female spies. You know that these chicks were like fucking all like dressed in like some crazy ass, like you can't even tell who they are.
I don't know. Oh, anyway, so that's the plot. So what did you think of the movie?
The way you explained it was like way better than the movie actually did it. Dude, I'm telling you, man, the movie was just like it was like the biggest dumbest shit ever, dude. Like there was no reason to even care for Jim Carrey. Like you didn't care about like what he was reading. You didn't care about that damn book. Like actually, dude, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like I think,
please.
Dude, this
were you lying?
This podcast might as well be named like trying to get through an entire movie to be able to review it, because like I'm gonna be honest, dude. I didn't finish watching the movie, dude.
The truth comes out.
I guess I got like maybe like 45 minutes in. I think the last part I got to was like one of the scenes where he's like, where he kills his wife in her bed, and he wakes up and he's like, and she's still sleeping or whatever. But it was like it wasn't real. I was like,
you didn't even watch the movie?
This is the stupidest shit ever, dude. Like, well, dude, I got caught up in some other shit, dude. I stopped watching it. Like, I couldn't get through it, man. It was just so hard to watch.
All right, fair enough.
It was really impossible. Like the fact that like it was like a parody. It was almost like because like all these other parodies, they made fun of that shit. Like
what are you talking about? I don't even.
Dude, they use like a couple of those in those scary movies. Like they used a couple of scenes about the whole like adding this and dividing that.
I vaguely remember that. Okay.
Yeah. So all like the scary movies are like, you divide it by this and then multiply it by that and you get 23. I'm telling you, Joel Schumacher, like I hate that guy, dude. Like I can't stand that guy. Dude, that guy ruined Batman. He fucking ruined every movie he's made in the last 10 years.
Like what was that movie? Phone Booth?
Oh, dude, thank God I didn't watch that movie. And people actually liked that movie when it came out. I did not watch it though.
Hey, he did 8mm and he did The Client.
Oh, I didn't see The Client.
A Time to Kill was great. He did Falling Down with Michael Douglas. Isn't that a really popular movie?
Yeah, that was actually a decent movie. I'll tell you, he used to be alright, and then he just kind of
Lost Boys.
Yeah, see, Lost Boys.
He's been making movies for a long time.
Dude, after he did Batman Forever, dude, like that was just it, man. That just ruined everything.
You didn't like 8mm?
8mm was okay.
Did you see Tigerland?
I think I did. I wasn't into it, but it wasn't bad. I remember it wasn't too bad. Dude, but okay, so after Tigerland, he started making like just dog shit. Like, what else did he do? Because he did some movies where you're just like, dude, there's no excuse for you to make this.
He did Phantom of the Opera. Veronica Guerin? I've never heard of that.
Didn't see that.
Bad Company.
Oh, with
Anthony Hopkins and Chris Rock.
Never saw that.
That wasn't bad.
Was it good?
It was alright.
I heard it got bad reviews.
It was like,
Maybe I'm being too hard on the guy.
most of the stuff is pretty terrible. I mean, dude, Batman and Robin alone. Jesus Christ.
Was it Batman Forever or Batman and Robin?
He did both of them.
He did both?
Yeah.
He did Forever too? Wow.
Yeah. I think they tried to rein him in on that one a little bit, though.
I remember watching Batman Forever and thought it was okay.
Yeah, me too. But I remember when I was a little kid, I watched Batman and Robin, and I was a little kid and thought, this is stupid. This is terrible.
It's like the worst movie ever.
And I was a kid. I loved everything Batman related.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you couldn't, like, it wasn't that hard to, like, not like Batman back in the day. He actually made it impossible to like Batman. Remember the scene where, like, they were, like, ice skating? Like, it was, like, the most
don't remind me.
It was, like, so terrible. It was, like,
ugh.
How'd they pull that off? Like, how'd they say, like, let's make this so shitty? Alright, look, so I'm trying to, like, gather my thoughts. I should have wrote this down. Like, I just want to, like, rip into this movie so bad, dude. So Jim Carrey, His acting was subpar. Yeah, I couldn't believe anything he was doing about this 23. I thought he was joking. I thought he was like literally trying to like make believe, like, but look, 23. I was like, dude, you can't be so into this 23 shit. But I guess the whole movie was about like him, the fact that he lost because he fell out of a window or whatever. I didn't know that part, but
Because you didn't watch the movie.
I didn't watch the end. But yeah,
The end. That's a big major.
but still, dude, all right. So check it out. The way that they kind of like formulated everything, like where he's reading the book and then they keep going back into the whole like little scenes where he's like a detective. I thought that was so corny, dude. I was like, dude, this does not work. Like, I don't care. Like, what they didn't have to act those scenes out. Like, where he keeps like boning the chick and shit. He's like boning her in the freaking whatever, like boning outside or something. Like they're in the woods and like, dude, what's up with all these like weird fantasy? Like one thing I couldn't understand was like how, and I get this. A lot of women like having sex in like these weird places. Like, let's have sex in the park. I'm like, fucking, I don't want to have sex in the park.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm just saying that in this movie, you see like these all these like they had sex with this chick like. They had like in some weird warehouse they're having sex. Then they're having sex in like the house on the floor of the house.
Are you sure you're talking about this movie or like a porno you saw?
I'm talking about this movie.
When did they? What are you talking about?
And then like they have a scene where like he's like in the woods. It's like, what's up with that? And they're having sex in the woods.
What?
Jesus, man. See, I'll tell you, but you probably lost interest too.
That might have been the 20 minutes I missed. There was 20 minutes in the middle I missed.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. These movies are so hard to focus on. They're so terrible. Oh.
It had nothing to do with that. I was invested in the movie. I'm not gonna lie. I was following the whole thing.
Dude, I was like eating my food while I'm watching this movie, and I just literally, like, there were like a million distractions that made me like not want to. I started reading emails. I was like, this is not even freaking. Oh my god, it was so hard to watch, dude. It's such a hard movie, dude.
All right, so clearly you didn't like it. So here's what I'll say about it. I didn't like it either, but I didn't think it was that terrible.
Dude, I went in there
like it was. Hold on, you.
I know, but I'm saying I went in with like a clean slate. I was trying to give it a chance.
Okay, that's fair. So I didn't hate the movie. Like I actually enjoyed watching it. The parts I saw, the ending. I mean, I liked that he turned himself in. Like that was like the right thing to do, and it did feel like a satisfying conclusion. But the twist, it didn't work at all.
Twist. Yeah, there were no twists.
Yeah, the twist was that he wrote it. But that's the thing. Yeah, it really didn't feel like a twist.
But that's the thing. I kind of knew that he wrote it before like it even got to that. Like it got to the point where, like, who cares?
Well, it was like a fake twist. It was like a straight. Not really a twist.
But how could his wife walk into a bookstore and just pick it up, and all of a sudden he's all into it? Like, this doesn't make sense at all.
Well, so he had that past with the number 23. It was like a curse or whatever. So it just brought it back. That's all.
See, this is the thing. This is before Amazon. This is before Amazon Publishing.
Don't bring all that shit into this. It's so irrelevant.
I know, but still, dude. It's like, what are the odds of walking into a bookstore? Like
no, but you don't understand. I think that it was intentional. She did it on purpose.
At the end of the movie, like, is there any point where, like, it kind of looks like she had, like, she just knew that she was...
Well, she knew that he wrote it.
She kind of knew.
She did know she wrote it. She's the one who told him. Yeah. She knew, yeah.
How did she know?
I don't remember.
So you think that she actually knew everything?
She said she knew everything.
Wait, so she at the end of the movie
she's the one who moved the body, remember?
Hold on, why did she move the body?
I think it was because she was concerned about him.
Wait, but what body? Like the body that was buried or something?
The girl, yeah, the dead girl.
So he told her when she was buried.
It was in the book. Jim Carrey and the son dug it up, and then before they could get the cops to come, she moved the bones to make it look like he was crazy.
That's right, they're helping him out or whatever. He's like,
I think she's trying to protect him.
At that point, they still don't think that it was him that wrote the book, right?
I think she knew all along, but she was trying to prevent him, I guess, from remembering. I'm not really sure, but anyway, so I was like really enjoying the movie. I was into it.
All right.
The ending though, it was a letdown because like I said, the twist just didn't work. It wasn't a twist. And I mean, I get what you're saying about some of the parts where he was acting out the book, like being cheesy. I get that. I didn't really have anything about it. I mean, I enjoyed it. I don't think it's a great movie. I think it's pretty bad, but I don't think it's nearly as bad as the critics made it out. Like, let's see what people had to say about this.
Okay, that's the thing. I was reading some of the IMDb reviews, and a lot of people are like, "Yeah, it's good, but like that third act is just not good." And people were saying that
I could see that. Yeah, because it's not a satisfying conclusion.
But I thought the first act was horrible. I thought the second act was even worse, and I didn't even get to the third act. Actually, I bailed out like after the first half act.
So let's look at this. So this thing has 8% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't think it's an 8% movie. Their movie's way worse than this. I'm sorry. Tomato meter, right, which is the critics' aggregate score, is 8%. You know what the audience score is? 56.
All right.
So this just goes to show, like...
I love how the critics just want to
They're way harsher on
I
everything.
am all about that. I'm like, thank you, critics. Yes.
Listen to this. Listen to this critic consensus.
Unleash.
Jim Carrey has been sharp in a number of non-comedic roles, but this lurid, overheated, and self-serious pot boiler is not one of them.
Yes.
The number 23 is clumsy, unengaging, and mostly confusing.
It's boring. It's literally boring. Like, you're literally losing your mind. And you're
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
There's nothing to this movie.
Oh, this is actually pretty funny. Tom Charity, which is a cool name, from CNN.com, he said, "For all its gimmick numerology, the number 23 just doesn't add up."
That's so stupid, dude. That's awesome.
Wow.
I wonder if, like, at that time, all the reviewers were saying that type of stuff.
This is funny. Manola Dargis from the New York Times says, "The number 23 is an accidental comedy starring a deadly serious Jim Carrey." Oh, this is actually pretty. Okay, you'll like this. You'll like this. Peter Howell from the Toronto Star. You'll love this. He gave it a 1.5 out of 4. And here's what he said: Julius Caesar was stabbed 23 times. Charles Manson was born November 12th. 11 plus 12 equals 23. The Mayans believed the world would end on December 23, 2012. 20 plus 1 plus 2 equals 23. My brother stole my pogo stick when I was 23 and broke it into 23 pieces. Okay, so I lied about the pogo stick, but it makes about as much sense as this movie, which is so dark and dense, Schumacher should never attempt noir. It looks like a convenience store camera shot it.
Thank you.
All right, let's see some of the better reviews, positive reviews. Hang on, let me. Wow, this guy gave it a 10. A great surprise! After reading many of the reviews on here, I had doubts. As I watched and the end was clearly in sight, I was worried because many reviews said the ending was the worst part. However, in my surprised amazement, it worked quite well. This is funny, I liked how the movie doesn't have a single plot as the movie rolls on. What? But I thought that's what made it great, keeping you guessing all the time. What the hell are you talking about? Carrie shines through. The number 23 is a winner. Isn't it funny that Isn't it funny that most of the people how had a problem with this movie and rated it badly can't explain why? And it's not just this movie, it's every bad review everywhere. I just can't understand that. The only thing I see is people saying the ending was terrible, but not even explaining why they thought so. Weird.
You know, what's weird is how this guy doesn't explain anything.
Some of the lines are way cheesy and the acting by some of the supporting roles are passable at best, and there are times when Joel Schumacher reminds you of what kind of director he really is. But amazing cinematography in Carrey's performance, as well as the intriguing story concept, pushes you past all that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I actually agree with that.
I do not.
What, Carrey did great.
Dude,
I mean,
Carrey,
mostly.
Carrey did Carrey, man. Like, he didn't.
Amazing cinematography. Yeah, it looked good. It looked great.
Dude, the cinematography was horrible.
What, it looked great. What are you talking about?
Dude, the way they tried to shoot those scenes with like they over.
But there was a point. It was supposed to be overly dramatic.
Dude, the contrast was like overly done.
Hang on.
It did look like really like just like see like 8-bit.
All right, so yeah, it was that bad.
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually going to slightly disagree. I don't think it's an 8%.
I totally agree with that 8%.
8%? Come on.
I'm like so happy that these critics like just literally did their job. They did the right thing.
8%? You think this is an 8%?
Dude, I wouldn't even give this movie like. All right, so check it out, dude. I mean, acting wise, like Jim Carrey was Jim Carrey. Like, I like seeing him.
You're telling me that there are movies that are not worse than this?
Dude, look at this, man. Like we saw what's that movie called? We saw Triple X. I saw the whole movie. All right.
That's worse than this, if you ask me.
The last 5 minutes of Triple X, I didn't watch. I get it. I stopped watching when they got on the boat.
You gotta stop missing the endings because like this doesn't work.
Dude, I'll tell you right now that this podcast could be called like trying to get through the entire movie without like losing interest.
Oh my god,
dude!
These
movies are so hard to focus on. Like I would rather like read physics books or something.
All right, look, I stand by my statement. There are way worse movies than this.
You're right.
They say no 8%.
There's probably way worse.
Hell yeah. That's 8. You know, it's 8 out of 100, right?
It's so funny, dude.
All right, so that's it.
I get it, man. Like, I understand why we have to do this. I keep thinking that, like, there's going to be a movie that we watch that's going to be actually decent. And
Dude, there was one. You keep forgetting. The 3rd episode.
Yeah, that was luck, man.
Luck.
Which one was it again?
Tokyo Drift, come on.
But I had seen that one before. That was good. I'm trying to watch a movie that I've never seen and, like, expect it to be, like, decent, I guess.
Well, it's only 7 episodes in, so we got, like, a lot to go.
This was torture, bro. This movie was torture.
All right, so what are we watching next?
Jim Carrey was freaking That's the thing. Too. I like Jim Carrey, man. I like him in The Mask.
I'm trying to see, look for. Man, I wish I didn't.
And Dumb and Dumber is probably the best movie like on the face of the earth. Like it's like literally, it's the reason why Jim Carrey will forever be Jim Carrey. You know, even more than freaking Pet Detective. Like I wasn't into that Pet Detective shit.
Oh, so what do we watch next?
Doesn't have to be like.
Oh, dude. Here's one of the ones we talked about.
Oh, yeah, which one?
Battlefield Earth.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh, that'd be fun to watch.
Yeah, let's watch that one. I'm down. Nothing can be worse than 23, dude.
Here, there's actually a whole bunch here. I'm gonna remember how to find
Like,
it.
Battlefield Earth might be so terrible, then it might be so good. Yeah.
I'm gonna say a bunch of movies right now, so that in the future I can reference this because I'm gonna forget like next week. Hopefully, Glam doesn't edit this part out.
Don't edit any part out. Just add some cool graphics.
To an audio podcast. What are you talking about?
I'm saying, like, you know, when you watch it on YouTube, you got like,
Oh yeah.
you got some photos and shit.
Okay, Battlefield Earth, Geely, Showgirls, The Happening, Glitter, Bad Movie. That's actually the name of it.
Wait, The Happening, is that the one with M. Night?
Yeah.
I saw that, dude.
Gymkata, Mortal Kombat Annihilation,
Yeah, but Jim Cotta's like from like the fucking 80s.
After Earth,
Is Jim Cotta from the 80s?
Superman 3. Yeah. Oh, Fantastic Four, the 2015 one
Whoa, how can people be dogging on Superman 3?
with Richard Pryor.
Prior.
I don't know if I can even watch that. Jesus.
I think that's the one that had Marlon Brando in that.
That was the first
That was
two.
the second one.
Huh.
You know what's amazing is that Superman 2 is actually epic.
Well, hang on a second. Hold on. I just had my latest bed.
Superman 2 is actually an epic movie.
Is that the one? That's the one with Zod, right? Okay, so that's it, right? Episode 7. Next week, Battlefield Earth. Tune in.
Jesus Christ, man. Battlefield Earth, oh my God.
John Travolta, classic. Maybe, hopefully, we'll see.
I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna...
What do you think? Was the number 23 that bad? Tell us. You tell us.
Yeah, tell us what you guys think.
Like, subscribe. Don't like.
How would you think the movie sucked? The worst movie ever. Jim Carrey needs to like never make a serious movie again because of that movie. He needs to redeem himself and just keep making. You know we could do Dumber and Dumber too.
Yeah, I saw that. It was terrible.
That was a terrible movie, man.
Watch,
I tried to watch it.
Watch it on Netflix.
This is not funny at all.
That's a bad idea.
Oh, dude. Hey, before we end, how about we end it on a lighter note? What is something that you saw that you actually liked? Something that's like right now current.
I saw Split. I mean, it was okay.
What's that?
The Shyamalan movie
I didn't even know that one was out.
with
What's it about?
McAvoy. James McAvoy. He's a guy with 23. That's ironic. 23 split personalities. I think it was 23.
I didn't see that. Is it good?
It was okay. It wasn't like amazing, but it was okay. Oh, you know what I saw that was great? How's it called? The Denzel Washington movie that's based on that play.
Oh, the one where he's at the house?
Yeah.
Some fences?
Fences, yeah. That's it.
It looks really horrible.
No, it was
It
good.
looks boring.
It was good, man.
Dude, what's up with that, too? Like, the Oscars just came out, or they're about to come out. But it was, like, all, like, black movies. Like, Fences. You got... what's the other
Hidden
one?
Figures?
The Hidden Figures.
I didn't see that, but I heard
You
it
got
was
the
good.
other one about the gay kid or whatever.
Which one's that?
What's it called? Moonlight or some shit?
I heard it. I didn't see it.
Dude, people are going... That's, like... Everything Oscar nominated is, like, black this, black that. I sound all racist right now.
Yeah, you
So-
can't say that. What's wrong with you?
black movie, blacker. But I'm just saying, like, it's just like, what is happening? Like, there's not, like, any cool movies.
What do you mean, La La Land? Hey, that wasn't a black movie.
That's actually going to win.
Didn't they win everything already?
Wait, did they already have the Oscars?
I thought they did.
Oh my god, I can't remember.
No,
Yeah, I think
no.
it did. Yeah, it did win everything. Yeah, that was good. Dude, I haven't seen that movie, but that movie looks decent. That's the guy who did, what was that movie called? That's a black director. That guy's a black dude.
It's all about the black with you.
He's black. That director.
Yeah, 80. No, they haven't had it yet. 89th Academy Awards is on the 26th. Hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. Okay.
Wait, so...
So here's what's nominated for Best Picture: La La Land, Arrival, Lion. I'd be shocked if Arrival. Wait, is this?
Arrival's not going to win anything.
Hold on. Hell or High Water, Hidden Figures. Wow, the full title of Hidden Figures is like really long. It's Hidden Figures: The Untold Story of the African American Women Who Helped Win the Space Race. That's
Boring.
the full name of the movie.
Boring.
What are you talking about? It looks great. Moonlight, Hacksaw Ridge, Manchester by the Sea, and Fences.
Dude,
Lion
it's
is... Hang on, that looks good too.
like, dude, Hacksaw Ridge is not a good movie, dude.
Oh, Lion's the one with the Indian guy. It looks good.
Wait, Indian guy, what do you mean? What's it about?
5-year-old Saru gets lost on a train which takes him thousands of miles across India away from home and family. Saru must learn to survive alone in Kolkata before ultimately being adopted by an Australian couple. 25 years later, armed with only a handful of memories, his unwavering determination, and a revolutionary technology known as Google Earth, he sets out to find his lost family and finally return to his first home.
Whoa. I've never heard of this movie.
I saw the trailer. It looked good.
I'm just saying, like, usually, like, there's, like, some dope-ass, like, really serious movies.
But dude, what is it good? Hacksaw Ridge. Didn't you say that was great?
Dude, the fight, the action scenes were probably the only cool thing about the movie. But the actual movie storyline-wise, like, the dialogue, it was corny as hell. It was, like, stupid. It was, like, really, like, you're a really fine woman. I want you to be my wife. Like, that type
Hey,
of
yeah,
bullshit.
spoilers, man. I didn't see it.
I think we should get married. Like, that type of bullshit. Where it's just like, dude, there's, like, I get it. It's, like, back in, like, World War whatever, but, like, make it, like, you know, Private Ryan type shit at least.
Yo, if Arrival wins, I'd be really impressed.
You know, I was watching some of Arrival. I stopped watching after like an hour, but
I don't think it's gonna win Best Picture, but that
It
that
was,
was nominated is pretty good.
I gotta say, man, the first 5 or 10 minutes of Arrival was really cool. Like the way they did. Have you seen it?
I did. I
Yeah.
like that director and
That
author.
What
Right.
did he do?
He did Prisoners and did Sicario.
Like,
All right. Anyway,
the one with Hugh Jackman was cool though.
yeah, and he did Sicario and
No, that was him.
yeah,
That guy did Sicario.
yeah.
Dude, that movie is like literally one of the best movies.
That's why I was.
Amazing
That's why I was slightly disappointed with Arrival.
That's what I'm saying. Like Arrival lost. It started losing its flair like after like the first hour, but the first 10 minutes are amazing. Where she does the thing with her daughter, where it shows like how her daughter and her are like, together, whatever.
In Arrival, oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing. It reminded me of remember that movie Up?
The Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember like the first 10 minutes where it talks about him and his wife? And
Yeah.
like,
Vaguely, yeah.
like that part right there was just like that's all I needed to watch, and I stopped watching the rest of the movie. That's like who cares? Oh, I've been watching the Sherlock series. Sherlock
Oh,
Holmes.
yeah.
And I'm
With
disappointed.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah, Cumberbatch. He's a good actor. and
What a
everything,
shock! You don't like it?
But I'm disappointed. It's cool how there was a couple episodes that were alright, but like it's cool how they try to make it all modern. But like there's a lot of things in the show that just like doesn't. I'm not really into it. It's not.
So I thought you said this is stuff you like.
I know, but I'm just saying. Like this is the thing.
This is gonna be a very short list
Like
for you.
I'm watching. Like it still keeps me interested though. I'll still watch it. Like I'm not like because there's like 3 seasons, like 4 seasons.
I think they just started the 4th one.
Yeah, they just had this. But the thing about that show is that it takes forever they take forever to release them.
You know what's funny?
It takes like 4 years per season.
You know what's funny? You know what I started rewatching and continuing to watch because I never actually finished it? Spartacus.
Oh, you never saw that shit?
I did. I watched it here
You saw Spartacus
years
here.
ago.
Wow.
The first 2 seasons.
Dude, the first season blew my mind.
Yeah.
Like to this
Love
day.
it.
To this day you cannot like don't even watch the second or third season of
No, the
Spartacus.
second's great. Are you crazy?
Wasn't
It was,
good.
it was just as good, if not better than the first.
It was
one.
better than the third season. Third season just
I'm in the middle of it. I like it so far. I'm not.
I gotta say, bro, like they ruined because like, the second season they still had the good characterization. Like the guys were still like what's his name? Crixus was still the man.
Yeah.
But in the third one, he just became like the biggest pussy.
Yeah, that's true.
Even the guy, the black dude with the shaved head.
Unamazed, yeah.
Out of
Well, I
Man-
think once they got rid of the main characters, like the story lost steam. It was.
Dude, that first season, like literally blew my mind. Like
You didn't like this the second one? I thought it was great.
the second one, that's what I'm saying. Like like the second one went into the third one. The second one was okay. It wasn't like horrible.
It was at least as good as the first
The
one.
third one though, just like they should have just stopped. They should have just stopped. Like just ended it.
I think the fact that I didn't like the new actors. I didn't like them,
Yeah, I didn't like the music.
especially the new guy.
The new guy was okay. He did an okay job, but like, dude, that first guy was like literally like the Mel Gibson of like Mad Max, where you're just like, this is the best. You cannot touch this guy. Have you seen Rome?
No,
HBO's Rome.
no,
You haven't seen HBO's Rome.
I've not. No, what did I just say?
You need.
I
to
saw
watch-
Medici.
Oh, how is it?
That's good.
Is it
It
right?
was fun. Yeah.
Oh,
I
what's
liked
that one that just came out with? It's called Pope or whatever.
it. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. It's on Showtime. I need to check that out. But dude, I'm telling you right now, dude. Like Rome came out like in 2001, 2002, 3 seasons, 2 or 3 seasons. I can't remember. It was Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones. I'm not even kidding. So I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. We can end the podcast, but watch Rome. Watch
Okay.
HBO's Rome.
Okay, got it.
You need to watch right now.
You need to watch number 23 and actually watch the whole thing this time.
Dude, did you know that like HBO's Rome has 3 seasons? If you divide that by 2 and multiply by 5, that's 23. Oh my god.
Dude, look what time it is. We'll read the time. Read it.
10:23, dude. Oh my god.
Hello.
Oh my god. It's 10:23. You know what that means, guys? I just can't stop it.
It's the second month of the year, right? It's February, right?
It is February.
What's the date?
Second month of the year.
That's Valentine's Day. Dude,
2017.
it's 2:14. What's 4 minus 1?
Oh my god. 4 minus 1 is... No! Oh, that's right. Today is Valentine's. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. I didn't do jack... Oh, actually, I celebrated the fact that I didn't support any of this Valentine's Day
Oh
shenanigans.
my god. All right. Happy Valentine's Day. Like,
Dude, so
subscribe.
check
This
this out.
episode will never end.
Dude,
What? Now you got another
I
story?
was coming home on the
Oh my
train
God,
and I just saw
that's
all
out.
these. I saw all these single chicks just like in the train, just like some had happy looks in their faces, some had like just like, this is so stupid. I hate Valentine's.
Did you take advantage of the situation?
Oh no, dude, I ran like the
You
hell.
ran?
Even walking home, dude. Like there are all these chicks with their high heels were like walking behind me, and I just walked faster. I was like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta walk super fast.
Why?
I have to finish watching 23. That's why I ran home. I was like, I'm not done watching it. I just need to know.
All right. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Good
guys.
night.
I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace. Next episode, next week.
Yep.
Battlefield Earth 23 times. Peace.